Hey guys, today on Codger's Workshop I want to talk to you guys about some different grate tools. Now, first thing is, when you're first starting out and you're graduating from that toolbox of plastic little kids' tools that your grandparents gave you when you were 4, okay, and you're starting to really want to get some real tools and start building your collection, which is the first thing you need, a good hammer, right? So, you may think that's simple, but it's really not. When you're starting out, you have no idea what's comfortable for you for a hammer. You have no idea what you want, what you need, what weight you want, what brand. You pretty much know nothing about what you're looking for. So, first thing that I got for a hammer was this Stanley 16-ounce straight claw here. And, I hated the hammer. I couldn't hit anything with it, and I started to wonder, like, am I stupid? I can't hit a nail with this thing. When you're starting off to get a real hammer, okay, you want something light, something that feels good to you, something that's comfortable, and there's a different hammer for every person. But this wasn't the hammer for me. And something I found out, straight claws are pretty much the most awkward, unbalanced hammer on the market. They're horrible for just typical everyday driving the nails. So they're great for demolition. You really drive that claw in there and tear into something, if you need to. And, if you're on a roof, they're a good idea, because if you happen to slide off the roof or something, you can drive that in there and keep yourself from falling off the roof. So it's a great idea for something like that, but for everyday driving, not really. So here's what I got. I went to Home Depot, and my grandfather had one of these, and I loved it, so I ended up going with an Estwing 16-ounce hammer, regular curved claw, and I'll tell you what, this is a little sweetheart of a hammer. It's lightweight, it's good balance, and it's real comfortable. Feels good in your hand, it's not too heavy, and I love it. I love it right to death. So if you're looking for a good hammer and you're not happy with your hammer, consider something, either this or something like this. And I only paid $20 for this at Home Depot, which is pretty good, because you can pay like $40 for a hammer, So, consider this. If you're looking for a good hammer and you're just not happy with yours, think about one of these. Okay, next thing is pulling a nail. Okay, these hammers are great. If you're pulling a nail and it's a big nail and it's got a good head on it, and you can really get hold of them. But here's the thing: these hammers, if you're pulling a nail, you don't want to tear up the wood that you're pulling the nail out of. They're horrible. Because the first thing you do is you go to get your claw in there and you drive it into the wood and you mar the wood all up. So here's the solution. Here's some Channellock nail pullers, and they're curved here. So what you do is you take them, and you open them up, and you hook onto the nail, and you can rock them to pull the nail out. And when you do that, there's no marring of the wood. And you can even put a little bait block back here, so you're not even touching the wood when you rock them back. These things work awesome. They're wicked sharp too here, so if you're pulling a staple, don't squeeze it real hard or you'll cut it off. But these are sweet little tool. I use these all the time, every time I'm doing a project around here. Constantly needing to pull some nails, and these are awesome. And it's a great little handy tool. So if you're looking for a good set of nail pullers, definitely would recommend these. Now here's another thing. Okay, driver bits. And there's all kinds of different brands of driver bits on the market. And I've been through pretty much every brand on the market. And when I started out, I had a little 3/8 Harbor Freight Drill Master drill, cordless 18 bullet. And of course I started out with the Harbor Freight bits. Well, let me tell you something. Those Harbor Freight bits, junk. Okay, cheapest bit on the market. If there was such a thing as a disposable bit, that would be it. Putting the legs on my workbench here behind me, I took 6 Phillips tube bits to put the legs on it. Every time I started with this 3/8 Drill Master drill, which you can stop the chuck on that thing with 2 fingers. Okay, just as soon as it starts to torque on those, snaps the bit right in half, cracks it right down the middle. So do not buy those, whatever you do. Those are horrible. Black & Decker. Black & Decker bits, they don't break in half like the Harbor Freight bits, but they're really not that great of a bit. If you slip them at all, it really chews the end up on them and they don't take it well. Irwin bits, those are pretty good. I'm happy with those. I've used them before. They're not a great bit, you know, like not the best, but they're kind of a good middle line bit and they'll get the job done. And they don't chew up too bad on the ends and they don't break or anything, you know. So those are a pretty good bit. Ryobi bits, well, they're good. They're probably same grade as an Irwin bit, I would say. They might be a little bit better, but pretty much I'd put them in the Irwin, you know, in the bit category. But best bits on the market, in my opinion, are the Dewalt bits. And I'll tell you what, you can take one of these babies and you can slip this thing to the hills. And when you get done, there isn't even a chip taken off the tip of these. They're hard as nails. And I'm convinced you could have a Phillips bit, one of these, and it'll last you a lifetime. I've got a couple sets of Dewalt driver bits, and I cannot break them. I broke one square #1 bit, and that's it. I cannot break the Phillips bits. They're super durable, and they're really a great investment. They're kind of pricey, you know, but it's well worth it. A set of these, you know, unless it's like smaller, you know, the square one or the Phillips one or whatever, you know, more fragile bit. But the regular bits in these sets, I don't think you could break. They're really, really tough. So if you're looking for a good driver bit, definitely go with Dewalt. I don't know much about Milwaukee and some of those other brands. I haven't tried those because I was so happy with the Dewalt, but I would definitely recommend these to any do-it-yourselfer. They're awesome. Contractors, anybody. Great bits right here. So that's it for episode 4 of Codger's Workshop, and I'll see you guys around the shop next time.